Okay, now, boys and girls, I'm going to start another class on the basis of magnetic effect of current. This is chapter number 12 in physics book. In my today's class, I'm going to discuss about magnetic field on current carrying wire. I repeat, my today's topic is here, magnetic field on current carrying wire. Now, boys and girls, before discussing this, at first, I need to discuss about magnetic field. So, magnetic field. Magnetic field. Okay. Now, before discussing magnetic field, I need to draw a magnetic field at first, and then discuss this topic. Okay. Say, this is a bar magnet. Boys and girls, this is a bar magnet. You know, the bar magnet or a piece of bar magnet has two parts or two poles. One is north pole, and here another is south pole. Okay, so the first one is north pole, and here the second one is south pole. So this pole is north pole, this pole is north pole, and this pole is south pole. Okay, this pole is south pole. Okay, now the area around the magnet, I repeat, the area around the magnet in which its magnetic influence stay. মা এই লাইটটা দিয়ে দাও, এই লাইটটা দিয়ে দাও, এই লাইটটা দিয়ে দাও, হ্যাঁ। Now, boys and girls, the area around the magnet in which its influence stay around it, this area is called magnetic field. Okay, this is a bar magnet. Okay, it can attract another bar magnet or another substance just like iron. Okay, this attraction takes place at a particular area. It stay at a particular area around this magnet, and that particular area is called magnetic field. Say, boys and girls, say this is, listen to me, say this is the area around the magnet in which inside the area it can attract another magnet. Listen to me, inside the area it can attract another magnet. Okay, this particular area is called magnetic field. So I can say that the area around a magnet in which it can attract another magnet. It can attract another magnet. Okay, this particular area is called magnetic field. Magnetic field. Okay, so magnetic field always indicate an area around the magnet. I repeat, magnetic field always indicates an area around the magnet in which its magnetic influence stay. Or inside that particular area, it can attract another magnet. Or inside this particular area, it can attract another magnet. Okay, so this area is called magnetic field. Now, if I discuss magnetic field in detail, listen to me. If I discuss magnetic field in detail, the next step, I need to introduce another topic, that is magnetic lines of force. Which gives me a clear idea about the effect of magnetic field on current carrying wire. Now, the next step, I am to discuss about magnetic lines of force. Okay, so magnetic lines of force. Magnetic lines of force. Okay. Now, if I say to you that what is called these lines of force? At first, this is a line. Number two, this also indicate force, and this force is applied by the magnetic field. Okay, or introduced by or applicable inside a field. At first, if I give the definition of magnetic field, you see this is a bar magnet. If I make it bold, then it makes me the clear concept, I think. So this is a bar magnet. Okay, so this is a bar magnet, and this pole is called north pole, and this pole is called south pole. I repeat, this pole is called north pole, and this pole is called south pole. If I take a very small north pole, a very small piece of north pole, okay, say boys and girls, this one is a very small piece of north pole. Okay, very small piece of north pole. Obviously, it must have a south pole here. So it's a very small magnet. It's a very small magnet. So this pole is north pole, and the next pole is here south pole, and the next pole is here south pole. Then you must say that this north pole always repulses this north pole. This north pole always repulses this north pole, because you see, you know that similar pole of magnet repulse each other. I repeat, similar pole of magnet repulse each other. Okay, since this similar pole of magnet repulse each other. Okay, that's why this north pole repulse this north pole. Okay, listen to me. This north pole repulse this north pole. Okay, so since these two north pole repulse each other, since these two north pole repulse each other, okay, then obviously we can say that these two north pole, can repulse each other. These two north pole can repulse with each other. Okay. Now I can say that because of this repulsion force, this north pole moves just like this direction, because north pole repulses north pole, but north pole is attracted by south pole. But north pole is attracted by south pole. So similarly, some lines you see here, okay, you can see some line here. This imaginary line throw out from the north pole and enters into the south pole perpendicularly. I repeat, this imaginary line throw out from the north pole and enters into the south pole perpendicularly. And these imaginary lines are called magnetic lines of force. These imaginary lines are called which quantity? Magnetic lines of force. So I can say that magnetic lines of force is an imaginary lines of force. Okay. If I keep unit north pole at the north pole of the bar magnet, I repeat, if I keep unit north pole at the north pole of a bar magnet, then because of repulsive force of two similar poles, I repeat, because of repulsive force of two similar poles, the imaginary path that north pole can follow around the magnet. The imaginary path that north pole can follow around the magnet. This imaginary path, listen to me, this imaginary path is called magnetic lines of force. This imaginary path is called magnetic lines of force. So magnetic lines of force is a imaginary lines of force. Okay. So I'll give the definition of magnetic lines of force. the trajectory, the trajectory of a unit north pole from the north pole of a magnet to south pole. South pole. Okay, this imaginary path or trajectory is called magnetic lines of force. Is called magnetic lines of force. So I can say that the trajectory of a unit north pole, the trajectory of a unit north pole from the north pole of a magnet to south pole, from the north pole of a magnet to south pole is called magnetic lines of force. So magnetic lines of force, listen to me, is an imaginary line, is a trajectory or path or pathway of unit north pole around the magnet. So the area around the magnet that is covered by, listen to me, the area around the magnet that is covered by these lines of force, that particular area always indicate the magnetic field, that particular area. So the area around the magnet, listen to me, the area around this magnet, okay, the area around this magnet, okay, in which the magnetic lines of force can stay, in which the magnetic lines of force can stay, okay, that particular area, listen to me, that particular area is called magnetic lines of force. Okay, sorry, that particular area is called magnetic field. It's called magnetic field. Okay. Now, boys and girls, in next step, we're going to discuss some behavior or some graphical presentation or some picture presentation of lines of force. Say, if we took two north pole comes closer to each other, if I take two north pole comes closer to each other, okay, then what is happening here? Say, this is a north pole of a magnet, and this is also a north pole of a magnet. This is also a north pole of a magnet. Then what is happening here? Say, you can make it more bold, okay, so that you can understand it. Say this is a magnet and north pole of a magnet, okay. So there is another magnet, and this also north pole of a magnet, okay. This also north pole of a magnet, okay. Then you can say that this north pole show magnetic lines of force just like this, show lines of force just like this, okay, just like this. It goes from north pole to south pole, it goes from north pole to south pole, okay. And another lines of force comes out from this part, is also goes in this direction, goes in this direction, okay. So it also goes in this direction, okay, goes in this direction, okay. Then you see these two similar poles, why repulse each other? These two similar poles, why repulse each other, okay, because these are magnetic lines of force is the trajectory of north pole. These magnetic lines of force is also the trajectory of north pole, okay. So these two lines of force from similar pole, these two lines of force from similar pole can can repulse each other. These two magnetic lines of force from similar pole can repulse each other, okay. So I can say that these two similar pole can repulse each other, okay. So this because of this repulsive force, these two lines of force goes opposite to each other and we pass opposite to each other. Okay, and this point is called, this area is called null point or area. Okay, so it is called null point or area. You see, inside this area, inside this null point, okay, no influence of magnetic field takes place. Inside this area, no influence of magnetic field takes place. Okay, so this area is free from any kind of magnetic interaction. This area is free from any kind of magnetic interaction. Okay, clear? Now, boys and girls, I'm going to move in the main part of my today's lecture. Say, the magnetic effect of current. That is, the magnetic effect of current carried wire around magnetic field. At first, I need to know about the current carrying wire and its magnetic field. Say, this is a current carrying wire. This is a current carrying wire. You can carry current in this direction. In this direction, this current carrying wire carry current. So this is the direction of electricity. Electricity flows around this direction. Okay, or current I flows around this direction. Okay, clear? Now, if this wire is free from any kind of plastic wrapping, it's a open wire, it's a pure copper conductor. Okay, or it's a pure silver conductor. Okay, then you see this, because of the current flow, this current carrying wire can, listen to me, this current carrying wire can create or can produce a magnetic field around it. Can produce a magnetic field around it. Okay, so this magnetic field is produced around this magnetic field. This magnetic field is produced around this electric wire, current carrying wire. So because of the current flow, listen to me, because of the current flow, this electric wire can also produce its own magnetic field. Its own magnetic field. Listen to me, its own magnetic field. Okay, so this is its own magnetic field. Okay, now if I want to find out the direction of this produced magnetic field, if I want to find out the direction of this produced magnetic field, then you see, boys and girls, this is a wire. It carries current in this direction. This is another wire. This is another wire. It can carry current in this particular direction. Okay, in this particular direction. Okay, now this two wire can carry current in opposite direction. So the first one, you see, this first one carry current in forward direction. This first wire, wire A, this wire carry current, listen to me, this wire carry current in upward direction along y-axis. Now, I'm going to find out, listen to me, if I want to find out the direction of this produced magnetic field, if I want to find out the direction of this produced magnetic field, then how can I find out this direction? Now, at first, you should put your right hand along the direction of current. So, I have to put my right hand along the direction of current. Okay, just like this way. Okay, then keep your thumb, or put your thumb along the direction of current. So, I'm going to put my thumb along the direction of current. Okay, this is the direction of current. Okay, then my other finger, okay, indicate, my other forefinger indicate the direction of magnetic field. My other forefinger indicate the direction of magnetic field. Okay, the direction of magnetic field. So the direction of magnetic field is from listen to me, is from right side to left side, from right side to left side, okay, from right part to left part. So this direction must be from right side, from right side to the left side. It can move from right side to the left side, okay. So this magnetic field it won't produce magnetic field, okay, moves around it from right part to the left part, okay. In the previous one, the main condition is here, you must put your right hand, listen to me, you must put your right hand along the direction of current. So if I put my right hand along the direction of current, then what can I say? Listen to me. Then what can I say? This is the direction of magnetic field. This is the direction of magnetic field. Okay? This is the direction of magnetic field. So this magnetic field, listen to me, this magnetic field is acting around it, is acting around it in the opposite direction, okay, in the opposite direction. So it moves from this direction, okay, for the case of wire B. So this is for the case of wire, this is for the case of wire B, okay. So for the case of wire B, it just moves in this direction, okay, it just moves in this direction, okay. Now in last segment of my today's lecture, in last segment of my today's lecture, okay, if I put this current carrying wire into the magnetic field, if I put this current carrying wire into the magnetic field, this is the main topic of my today's lecture, okay, then let's see what is happening here. So at first step, I need to set a magnetic field. I need to set a magnetic field. There is just like a horseshoe magnet, just like horseshoe magnet. This is another horseshoe magnet. This is a U shape, just like horseshoe magnet. Say this one is North Pole and this one is South Pole. You see, okay, if I make it more bold, then you can see this more easily, okay, then you can see this more easily. Then if I make it more bold, then you can also see this more easily. Okay, so these two are the two part of an horseshoe magnet. Okay, so this is a horseshoe magnet. You see, from North Pole to South Pole, the magnetic lines of force passes through. From North Pole to South Pole, the magnetic lines of force passes through. Okay, so magnetic lines of force passes from North Pole to South Pole. Just its own direction is, this is its own direction, North Pole to South Pole. Okay, now I want to put a current carrying wire. It must be a pure current carrying wire. There is no wrapping here. There's no copper wrapping here. Okay, so it's a pure current carrying wire at the upward direction. If I say it, if I want to put a current carrying wire at the upward direction, okay, at this spot, say this is a current carrying wire, and put this current carrying wire at upward direction, and keep it perpendicularly, okay. And you know, this current carrying wire has also it has also in its own magnetic field, okay. So because of this own magnetic field, this magnetic field, because of this magnetic field also create, listen to me, also create an impact of this magnetic field. But you know, this is a fixed Hotstrom magnet, this strong magnet, okay, this strong magnet. So this magnet's magnetic field is more stronger than the magnetic field that produced by a current carrying wire. Okay, so let's see what is happening here. If I put a current carrying wire at the upward part, of a horseshoe magnet, or inside a horseshoe magnet, I have to find out. I can find out very easily its direction by using left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, what? Fleming's left hand rule. Okay. At first, you want to keep your finger just like this, Keep your finger along the direction of the given magnetic field. Then your thumb, then this finger, this finger indicate the direction of current. And this part indicate the direction of current, and other part, this finger indicate the direction of the own magnetic field. So in this case, here this finger indicate the direction of current, and this finger indicated the direction of the own or the magnetic field of Hotstrom magnet. Then you see your thumb. Your thumb indicate the direction of resultant magnetic field. Your thumb indicate the direction of resultant magnetic field. Okay. So in this case, your thumb indicate me, or my thumb indicate me that because of the resultant electromagnetic force, this wire goes in upward direction. So when you turn on your electricity at this current carrying wire, and after this, you see this wire, current carrying wire, goes in forward direction. Okay, goes in this upward direction here. So it goes outside the, listen to me, it goes outside the Hotstrom magnet. Okay, now let's see what is happening if I put this current carrying wire at the bottom part, listen to me, at the bottom part of this Hotstrom magnet. So if I put it at the bottom part of this Hotstrom magnet, then I must say that because of this Fleming's left hand rule, okay, okay, my thumb indicate me that this current carrying wire goes in downward direction. Okay, so because of electromagnetic force, it goes in downward direction. Okay, it goes in downward direction. Now what is happening if I put a current carrying wire at the middle of this magnetic field? If I put a current carrying wire at the middle of this conductor of this magnetic field, okay, so if I put it at the middle part, perpendicularly, okay, if I put it at the middle part perpendicularly, this is a current carrying wire, okay. If I put it at the middle part of this magnetic field, then what is happening here? We can see that to keep this magnetic field at the middle part, okay, to keep this magnetic field at the middle part, you can see that this current carrying wire rotates. At this side, at the side of North Pole, magnetic force created in upward direction. The direction of magnetic force is upward direction. Okay. But at the side of south pole, the direction of magnetic force is just like the downward direction, okay? Just like the downward direction, okay? So in this side, force is acting along upward direction, and in this side, force is acting along downward direction, okay? Because of these two force, this current carrying wire starts rotating, okay? So this is the main phenomena. Listen to me. This is the main phenomena, or this is the main working procedure of any kind of electric motor, just like your water pump, okay, or your electrical fan at your home, or any kind of generator, just like your generator at your house, okay. So this is a main working procedure, okay. This is a main working function to work a electric wire, to keep electric wire at the middle of this setup. That's why those things rotate. Okay, those things rotate. Okay. Now, once it does your homework, listen to your homework. Okay, your homework is okay. Before homework, I need to summary of my class, of my today's class. So summary of my today's class. I need to give a summary of my today's class. Now, in this class, you already know about summary. After this class, you can explain about magnetic field, magnetic field, magnetic lines of force, then effect of current carrying wire, carrying wire inside magnetic field, okay. So you can explain these following things, okay. Your homework is, listen to me, your homework is you have to make a assignment. You have to make assignment on the basis of this topic, okay. And your reference book is here, your textbook. The reference book is here, your textbook, okay. In next class, I'm going to discuss about the working procedure of electric motor, generator, and electric pump. Electric motor, generator, and electric pump. Okay. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching.